Welcome, everybody. It's another lesson and another part of our course about healing and being a healer through a course in miracles. Because a course in miracles is teaching us how to be a better uh, human being and how to be a better spiritual being, and of course, how to be a healer. There's no more profound and precise text as a Course in Miracles, which teach us how to understand healing principles and how to use it in our everyday practice, of course, which is very important. Today we're gonna dive deep on lesson 61 from the workbook, which is a very important lesson. And the lesson 61 is titled, I am the light of the world. So let's start. Who is the light of the world except God's Son? This then is merely a statement of the truth about yourself. So we are all the God's sons. Our identity is to be with our God, to be with our Father, and to be one with our Father. This is what the Course is very explicitly saying. There's no way of being in this world than be a spiritual being and be in the house of God, and being God's Son. This is the essence of our being. This is the essence of who we are. We are actually God's sons. And only in this function, through atonement, we can receive His light and we can bring that light in this world. There's no way that we can do this in physical material world. There's no way that we can do through prayer, through rituals, through institutions. No, only with constant awareness of presence of God, and only with constant being in communion with God. No communication with God, communion, because when we say communication, we're talking about two entities. I and my Father are one. So we're talking about one entity. And that's why we said it's your communion. It is the opposite of the statement of pride, of arrogance, and of self-deception. It does not describe the self-concept of you have made. It does not describe the self-concept you have made. So it's not ego. Ego is not a healer. Human being is not a healer. If you want to be a healer, you have to accept your only function and the only responsibility, and that's atonement. Return to God, return home, which will bring everything you need. You already have everything, and you can bring that everything to everybody. You can share without losing anything, which is the ultimately the best practice you can have as a healer. So healers are children of God, and they really have only function to be with God. Everything else will be added, and everything else will be given them how to do it, where to do it, and in which way. It does not refer to any of the characteristics with which you have endowed your idols. It refers to you as you were created by God. It simply states the truth. I am the light of the world. It's simply the truth. So there is no other truth about ourselves. We are just what we are, and we have to accept it. we cannot change that. We cannot do it in the way we want to do it. I mean, there's only two ways. Either you're with God, either you have mental, physical, body, boring, bored, born, living, and died. There's no two ways, more than two ways, just two simple ways. And you have to accept that you just what you are. And the body that dies uh, is just an illusion. It's just a carnal mind. It's just hypnotism. It's just hypnosis. We're just in matrix, whatever you would like to call it. It doesn't matter. It's just an illusion. The Course in Miracles is very specific about saying that it's illusion. So, being a light of the world, to the ego, today's idea is the epitome of self glorification. But the ego does not understand humility, mistaking it for self debasement. Humility consists of accepting your role in salvation and in taking no other. So, this is a very important lesson, very important sentence. Humility consists of accepting your role in salvation and in taking no other. So, if I want to be without ego, there's only one way. I have to accept my only role, and that is salvation. It's my natural role, and it's my inheritance, and it's my only function here in the world. Salvation is my only function, and being the light is my only function, because I only have to return to God. It is not humility to insist you cannot be the light of the world if that is the function God assigned to you. It is only arrogance that would assert this function cannot be for you, and arrogance is always of the ego. True humility requires that you accept today's idea because it is God's voice which tells you it is true. This is a beginning step in accepting your real function on earth. So, everything is already perfect and everything is already harmonious and in peace and in just like God made it. God just does not change anything. God does not influence anything. Everything is already perfect. And you know, in Bible, he said that he made it and it was good. So it's already over. Everything is as it should be. But we are the one who have to return to God. We are the one who has to understand what our function is and to feel the presence of God. Just to feel, just to be, to love Him and to be constantly in presence of God. It is a giant stride toward taking your rightful place in salvation. It is a positive assertion of your right to be saved and an acknowledgement of the power that is given you to save others. So that's why we all who study A Course in Miracles are healers, because it is a positive assertion of your right to be saved and an acknowledgement of the power that is given you to save others. Being with God, we have power to save others, to share our peace, to share our glory, to share our innocence, to share our light. And if we want to be the light of the world, we have to accept the light of the world. We have to be constantly in the presence of the light of the world, which is very important. Please, you will want to think about this idea as often as possible today. It is the perfect answer to all illusions and therefore to all temptation. So if you have a problem with temptations, if you have a problem with the physical world, just remember, I'm not in this physical world. This physical world is not my place. I'm a stranger here. And most importantly, it does not exist. It's illusion. The world of good and bad does not exist. Good does not have power, bad also. The only power is of God. The only power is of my Father. And only that power can bring me to my place where I belong, to my home. And from that, I understand now that I can be giver of light. I can be light of the world. I can help others. I can be a healer. Only with my Father, I can do everything. Because I just have to step back and let the healing be done. Step back and let healing go through me. As many practice periods as possible should be undertaken today, although each one need not exceed a minute or two. They should begin with telling yourself, I am the light of the world. That is my only function. That is why I'm here. I'm the healer. That is my function. That is why I'm here. Let's contemplate a little bit these statements. It's very important. I will repeat it. I am the light of the world. That is my only function. That is why I'm here. I'm here only to be the light of the world. I'm here to connect with my Father and to do His will and to have His thoughts and to help others, because only through me He can manifest His energy, His power, and everything. And this is very important to remember. I'm the light of the world. So be with that, contemplate that. And if you want, you can join our group. In our group, we have everyday contemplations, meditations, and of course, we read the Course in Miracles and read specially sections about healing. Because this is a group dedicated to all who want to implement Course and be a better healer, no matter what you do. As a healer, therapist, consultant, whatever. When you work with people, when you are in contact with people, you heal. Because you share your peace, you share your energy, you share your humility, you share joy. Because only God's Son can give without losing anything. In physical material world, this is not possible. And this is very important to remember that. Thank you.